Welcome everybody to Constant Companion Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Connor Orr, and we have Dallas Kennedy here as well today.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Has anything changed since the last time?
I really feel like I have evolved as a person because of the people I've surrounded myself with over the past few days.
Your family?
My family, my friends, people that were not influencing me necessarily directly when we were recording past episodes. And now I've kind of adjusted back to like home life. So it's kind of a weird feeling. Does
it feel good though?
No.
No.
Because I feel like a loser right now. Because I am currently not working, not in school. I am just looking for work and kind of at what everybody seems to assume is a slow pace. But, hey, I've been applying to places. So I went to Aldi's today, picked up an application. Do you have Aldi in Minnesota?
Yeah, I think we got one down by the movie theater.
Okay, I was going to say, I wasn't sure if that was just like a local thing or not because it's like a German chain and a lot of German stuff here is just local. Anyhow, I go in there. Holy crap, dude. That place is nice. You've got, even if you're a cashier, not only is it like you don't have to bag stuff, you just scan stuff. But then on top of that, they also give you stools to sit on. And when I worked at Walmart, you were punished if you sat down. Because like there was this one stool that they had in all of Walmart. And only people who had like back injuries could use it. So not only would you have to worry about how you're bagging stuff because people will freak out if you don't bag it correctly, or they'll bring in their stupid reusable bags, and I hated those people. But you could not sit, and if you sat on this, like I said, you get in trouble for it. Whereas here, everybody sits down. You don't have to bag anything. It looks like a great job. So I'm hoping once I get my application in, they'll call me, but we'll see. But yeah, it's a weird limbo where you're not doing anything. So I've just been, most of my time over vacation, other than the holidays with family, I've just been playing video games. That's
What ones have you been playing? That's important.
I've put more love and care into video games over the past month than I think I've put into much of anything in my entire life. I've been played a little bit of Battlefield 1, been playing Overwatch with my buddy Wes, which we play a lot. I got the new Final Fantasy 15, which I love. I've put probably at least, 30 hours into it. Then I made a pretty crazy decision on my part. I never do mobile gaming, but I decided I really wanted to get a PlayStation Vita. And so I went out and I got this JRPG, Persona 4, and I'm absolutely in love with that game. So that's been super fun. And I don't know, I'm trying like games I haven't ever tried before, so it's been really kind of cool to explore new things. But then at the same time, I really feel like I'm falling back into that that persona of being a loser, you know? Because not only I don't have a job, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have school, I'm just playing video games. So I fit all the stereotypes right now of just being a nerd.
Well, in 20 years, you're going to wake up and realize you've done nothing with your life. So you have that to look forward to.
I was going to say, that sounded like that was supposed to be comforting.
No, absolutely not. No, you're all right. You're all right. You need time to relax and rest.
But I can say something that I did. I think you saw it, Dallas. I did my very first, it's technically not my first, but I did a video, and I posted it on our YouTube channel called Overanalysis, my first episode. And it's like it's kind of like an editorial where I talk about stuff. And I covered 2016 in the entire episode, like why everybody hates 2016 and why you shouldn't really hate 2016. There are these great miracles, these Christmas miracles that took place. And it was awesome. And it got a decent response. I don't know. I haven't checked on it. But I was really happy with the video that I made. And I want to try to do that hopefully on more of a bi-weekly basis. I did in fact it's called Overanalysis because a long time ago I did an episode where I did like an analysis of this Disney show, and it blew up in like 2 days. And then I got contacted by the writers of the show, and they watched the video. But the thing was, the video was really negative, and it was making fun of it because it was a really stupid show. And I felt really bad because then the actors started tweeting me after I made fun of their performances in the show. It was pretty awesome, though. So I was like, what if I just revived that show, an editorial where I overanalyze things, and then I just apply it to all sorts of different things. So I was like, okay, this will be my first episode that's technically an addition, but I'm kind of orienting myself away from just movies and TV and kind of talking about things as a whole. So that was super fun.
Wow.
So,
yeah,
okay.
it was fun to watch, though. I enjoyed it.
But, I got to ask you, Dallas, what was your favorite Christmas present?
So I also got Final Fantasy 15.
Heck yeah, dude. Did you play it?
I haven't played it yet.
So good.
So that's not my favorite yet because I haven't played it. But I got a what's it called? You know what it's called.
PSVR?
A record player. I got a record player.
Dude.
I got a record player.
What did you do with it? Did you put a CD on there, dude?
It's sitting next to me right now. I put a CD on there, tried playing it. It wasn't working. Now I need to get some records. That's what I have to do next.
Dude, do you have any places that sell vinyl?
Oh, yeah. There's like Goodwill, Savers. You can find some good stuff there.
Yeah. You could probably find some good Grateful Dead. Maybe a little bit of Pink Floyd.
Maybe Backstreet Boys if they still have that.
Dude, you're probably right. They could.
You get Backstreet Boys anywhere.
Dude,
always at
in Final
Goodwill.
Fantasy 15, you basically play as the Backstreet Boys.
Are you serious?
Dude, I'm not lying. That game will suck you in. It's pretty fun. I love that game.
Oh, I'm excited. I might just have to play it now. Why even go to school? I should just play that game.
Guess what I got more of anything than anything else for Christmas?
What?
Other than beautiful women.
Wow. Okay, what?
Star Wars figures.
Action figures?
Yeah, dude.
Oh
I got
gosh,
probably at least 5. A bunch of Rogue One guys. Because I got what's the robot named in that one? The droid. I forget what his name is. Like KTSO or something.
Sure.
And then I got the pilot. I got a C-3PO with a red arm. I got some other ones. I can't remember all. But for whatever reason, last year I got some too. And when I was a kid, I used to collect them. And so my parents just every year, they just get me Star Wars figurines. Even though I don't play with them, I just keep them in a box and put them on my shelf. Oh, dude, no. Best one I got.
What?
I got, it was you know those pop figurines that they do of like everything? They're like the little bobbleheads.
I know bobbleheads.
Okay, so they're just like bobbleheads. But I got a full-size Jabba the Hutt with a slave Leia and the little Muppet that annoys him. That sits on his shoulder. That is always like the whole in Return of the Jedi.
About a little gremlin thing.
Dude, I got them. I got all 3 of them in one package.
Life size?
Well, when I say life size, I just mean bigger than average. Average bobbleheads.
So you can't like sleep with it or anything. Like it's
not
that big.
I could probably sleep with it if I wanted to, but I haven't taken it out of the box.
It'd be like one of those like plush giant pillow things that people have. What are they called? Like a love seat or something?
Dude, the love pillows. Yes.
The love, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Like the boyfriend pillows that have like the arm that girls can like curl up inside.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be sweet for like a Jabba the Hutt one with a slave Leia and that guy, like all 3 in your bed.
That'd be gross, but it'd be cool.
Dude, that would be sick in every sense of the word.
So you're really fitting the persona now of a stay-at-home son, then.
Of a nerdy, yes, dude.
You're playing video
you're
games.
Right. I didn't even put it together until you mentioned that. Do not mistake the laughter in my voice for excitement. It's really disappointment.
Now, how long is this going to last for? How long do you think?
That's the question. See, here's the thing. Anytime you see this situation occur in people's lives, I'm at least recognizing the symptoms. Most of the time when you see this happen, those people are blissfully unaware to the fact that they are just nerdy kids living it out in their parents' house and not working. Whereas I am painfully aware of that fact.
Mm-hmm.
So
they may be aware of it. They just might just accept it and enjoy it.
That's probably true, too. They ignore it. They shrug it off. Which, yeah. I mean, I probably have in some cases. But for the most part, I'm forcing myself to do things that I otherwise would not have wanted to do.
Yeah, you're getting a job. You're good.
Yeah, I mean, and the podcast is back after an unprecedented hiatus. And we're excited.
Whose fault was that? Mine or yours?
I think it was a combination.
I think it was all me, actually. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I just wanted to play my PlayStation Vita all day yesterday, so I was kind of dragging my feet a bit.
Well, I was stuck just snow plowing the entire week.
Well, see, you have a valid excuse. Dude, you're a working man. You're just classy, unlike me.
Snow plowing and working custodial. Nothing better.
Dude, was there anything awesome that happened to you over vacation?
Yes. Do you want to know what happened?
Yes, enlighten me.
I went to Texas.
Wait, you went to Texas?
I went to Texas.
I didn't know this.
So I flew home to Minnesota. I was stuck in Minneapolis for like 2 days because my parents' flight got canceled and they couldn't come till the next day.
Oh, that sucks.
Then a couple days later, I drove down to Texas, stayed there for a week, hanged out with the family, and then came back. So it was worth it because it was like -16 when I was in Minnesota, and it was gross.
Dang, dude. Yeah, it was colder when I got here than it was in Utah.
Really?
Yeah, at least when I first got back. Now it's probably colder over there.
Yeah. It's actually pretty warm right now. It was cold when I got here. It was like 0. Now it's in like the 30s, 40s.
So Dallas, you are back in school. How's school going thus far?
Oh, gosh, it's great.
Yeah?
Can't ask for anything better.
I want to talk about the new year that we have, that we're looking forward to with open eyes. What's kind of interesting is the whole concept of New Year's resolutions and the fact that I've never actually taken that seriously because I'm too young. But seeing as the position I'm in, I feel that I'm obligated to have to make some sort of resolutions in my life personally. So here's really I've come up with some resolutions, and I think Dallas and I are going to discuss these, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So with 2017, Dallas is off living the life of a rock star at Brigham Young University. Meanwhile, here I am. Half the times it's just me and my dad because my dad works from home. But sometimes it's just me and my dog. And my dog is on his last leg. His name is Snoogie. He's a little miniature dachshund. He is 16 years old. And he has big old cysts all over his body. Like, I'm talking like baseball sized. And he just ignores them. He deals with them. But I mean, he's obviously sick. He's not wanting to eat anything. He can't get up down the stairs. And for years, he's kind of been a bit of a nuisance because he never has really potty trained himself. He'll tell you when he needs to go to the door, but he's not very good at holding it in, and he just pees everywhere. And now he needs to be carried everywhere. And it gets to be a pain where I'm sitting up somewhere, and everywhere I go, he wants to sit with me. And I feel so guilty, like looking at his face and just wanting to be a jerk to him. And so one of my resolutions is not to yell at my dog in the year of 2017 so that when he does die, because he has short-term memory, he's also technically mentally retarded. We did a test, and that was the result. Anyhow,
how do you test a dog for that?
We did some stupid like online tests. It's probably not accurate, but they had you do things like you'd have to like throw a blanket over them to like see how long it took them to get out of it. This was years ago. It's like really simple tasks, and then at the end of the test, it's like, well, your dog's retarded, and we're just like, oh, well, not really surprising, but anyhow. So yelling at my dog, I feel guilty doing that. So I feel that it's my responsibility to not yell at him. So that's my first resolution. Do you have any resolutions?
Well, one resolution I have is to go to class every day. Because at college, sometimes it's easy just to sleep in or just sleep through your class because you don't want to get up. But I'm going to go to every class this semester.
Solid.
That's it. Yeah.
So no real extra effort other than going to the class. So you can tune
just go
out.
to the class.
Okay. And you passed last semester.
Yes.
Good.
In most of my classes. And normally when I do resolutions, it usually has to do with like exercising or losing weight or whatever. But I always give that up like a week after I make it. Mm-hmm. So I would do that goal, but I'm comfortable in my own skin now. Whatever.
Dude,
you know?
It's
YOLO
2017. You know? Everybody should be proud of their body. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
See,
people are fat, people are skinny, people are handsome like me. You know, we just have to be accepting of everyone.
Here's the difference between you and most people. You already made the resolution to not bother making any more New Year's resolutions when it comes to exercise because everybody knows it never works out.
Exactly.
Except if you work for, like, Lean Cuisine or whatever and you strike some sort of deal with them. Here's my second resolution. This is actually a real resolution. I'm already giving up, apparently, on my first one. Putting more work into projects. Now that I have the time and the means to do so, I really want to put effort and work into it, even though I already slacked off up until this point. Saying that here makes it seem much more official and wanting to focus on the podcast. And hopefully we'll have a new Dallas vlog soon that I'm going to help out with. And just pumping out more content as we go on. Because I feel like we did a really good job at the beginning. Now we're kind of at the standstill. But hey, we have a new episode now that we're recording right now. So things are looking up.
Okay, I have a question.
Go for it.
Okay, to hold you accountable to this goal, I remember you promised us like 2 months ago that you would create an animation for the story.
Was it 2 months ago?
It was like a month ago. Okay.
I was just thinking about this yesterday, actually, and I was like, dang, I need to do that. I did, because it was right before finals at school, and I was like, I need to edit the next story time. If you guys aren't familiar, every time we do a story time, I would animate them. But I have not animated the one that he's told in, I think, like episode 3 or 4 or something. So we need to do that. I need to do that. You're right. That will be on my agenda.
I want to relive that memory through your animations. So.
I really want to animate that memory too, because that was a great story. So yes, that is coming. That will.
All right. Good.
Do you have any other resolutions, Dallas?
No. Do you have any more?
So you have the one resolution to go to class.
I'm trying to create achievable resolutions.
Achievable.
So,
okay. No, that's it's realistic. Here's mine. Okay. This is my resolution. I want this to be a real resolution. People might laugh. But I want to, at some point in the year of 2017, date a foreign woman.
Ooh.
Yes.
I like it. I can hook you up there.
But here's the thing. Okay. I need to figure out on the scale of foreignality, that's a word, how foreign I want her to be. Because, it could just be a chick from England, and some people would consider that foreign, which would be cool. But at the same time, like, do I want her to be more exotic? Do I want her to be well-versed in the English language? Or do I want there to be that weird language barrier where I can't understand a word she's saying and just shrug off everything she says and just put a ring on her finger? You know what I mean?
Yeah, very interesting.
Dallas, you seem like you're a pretty well-rounded guy. Have you dated any foreign girls?
No.
Okay.
All Americans.
But you said you could hook me up.
I could hook you up, yeah.
Okay.
If you want it.
I'm in the market.
Okay.
For here's what we're looking for. Maybe perhaps somebody who is from like South America, like cool parts of South America that would be fun to visit and not kind of dumpy parts. Also maybe perhaps an Asian, maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
That would be cool.
Why Asian?
Well, here's the thing. Everybody thinks I'm part Asian for some reason. I don't know where. Yeah, I am. I used to get it in like school all the time, where kids would come up to me. I'm not joking, by the way. And they would ask me if I was Korean, if I was Japanese, if I was Chinese, if I was Taiwanese. Anyhow, it's happened so much to the point where it's become a joke in my family. It's not just me. It's my sisters, too. But my mom or dad never get it. Well, my dad got it when he was a kid. There's this little girl in the grocery store who, like, pointed to them and was like, I know them. They're Chinese. But that's besides the point. So, I don't know. I feel like I have this infatuation or this connection to the Asian culture now. And I need to find out. Maybe it's like something I just don't see. Maybe like I appear to everybody else that I am an Asian. Maybe I truly am. I just need to experiment. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. You need to try all the flavors of the ice cream.
All the flavors. Hopefully mostly the Asian flavors.
So do you want them to be from Pennsylvania or somewhere in Idaho or Utah or what?
Doesn't matter to me.
Can they be Catholic, Jewish, anything?
Sure. I guess.
Okay.
That's my resolution.
We'll find the perfect girl for you.
Dude.
I'll check farmersonly.com or something.
Dude, that'd be so great. I would love to meet a foreign farmer girl. That's what I'm going for. That is a resolution right there.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Speaking of which, now that I've thrown in all my resolutions, do you have any more you'd like to throw in there before we lock the vault?
I don't, but do you have any for me that you want me to have? Because it seems like you really want more.
I do actually.
Okay,
so a buddy of mine, I always talk about him, Wes. I asked him if he wanted to be on the podcast tonight, but he can't be because he's hanging out with a friend. Anyhow, besides the point, he recently grew out a mustache. Like
don't say this. Don't tell me to grow a mustache.
He grew a beard. And the beard was always cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then he told me he made the bold decision to. He has like a mustache, think of like a Magnum PI kind of mustache, and then he has like a little soul patch along with it, kind of. And dude, it's sick. But everybody online, like, of course, wants to make fun of him because of it. And so we had this whole like deep conversation that like we like bonded as brothers, talking about how cool his mustache actually was. And I was like, well, I can't grow facial hair, but what if Dallas grew a mustache for me? You can grow mustaches out at BYU, correct?
You can, but this is the thing. My mother would disown me if I grew a mustache.
You're not going to see her.
Oh, no. She'll see it on Facebook or Instagram or something. I've tried it before, and our family looks like pedophiles when we grow mustaches.
Dude, you have such good facial hair, though. I have a little Mexi stash.
Yeah. But if it's by itself, it's a petty stash.
What would it take? No. What would it take to get you to grow a mustache?
$200.
Really? $200?
Yep.
Now, okay, what if I gave you something of equal or lesser value on my own part if you grow out a mustache?
What would it be first?
Yeah, that would be for you to decide, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
This is a resolution right now. Thing is, I grow very poor facial hair. All I can do is a neck beard. And it's gross. Whereas
I'm
mustaches
stressing out right
are
now.
hot.
No, they're not.
Well, okay, you can think about it. I'll let you think about it. We'll resume this discussion.
Next podcast or later on to this one?
Either later on in this one, another one.
Gosh.
If you have anything that you'd like to ask me to do, you can throw it in.
Oh, okay. Okay,
So-
I will. Let me think first.
Okay.
Gosh, that was mean. That was mean.
Okay, podcast resolutions and goals. So we've talked about personal things, but we want to talk about the podcast specifically now. Like we said, we're at this standstill. We haven't really done much with it. And we kept teasing guests. We had guests on for the very first time last episode. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Two really cool guys talk about a lot of movies, and it was really interesting. But anyhow, this episode, we don't have anybody, obviously. But one of our resolutions is we have big names targeted. People that we want to get on the show. One that we almost got to come on my old podcast was Olin Rogers. I am not particularly familiar with Olin Rogers. When I was at school, I had some friends show me some of his videos, but I don't know him very well or like much about him, but Dallas does.
Oh yeah. As like in middle school, we would watch Balloon Shop all the time. That was his like original YouTube channel, and he'd have a lot of different skits and stuff he would do.
And that's
then
what I do remember Balloon Shop.
And then he moved on to more. He does like a comedy show now. Like he goes around the nation and does different shows. And he also does like he has his own YouTube channel where he just tells funny stories and stuff. He's just a funny guy. We love him. We all
So
love
that
him.
would be a target of ours.
That would be.
That's somebody that we want. So Olin Rogers is on the docket. Basically what happened before was my friend Luke, who used to help me work on the podcast, got in contact with him, got his Skype information. I think it was Skype. So he still has him like sitting around on his Skype. And we were going to, he like agreed to do it at some point, and then we just never did it. Because we ended the podcast because I think I was getting ready to go on my mission or something. So it never actually formulated into anything. So it was really unfortunate, especially since now that I know the status of who this guy actually is, I kind of regret it.
Another one we should shout out to who liked our Instagram page, but I just recently looked at it and he doesn't like it anymore, was James the Mormon.
Whoa, what a loser.
I know, he doesn't. He still likes our one picture that we have on Instagram, but he didn't. He liked the Facebook or the Instagram page, and then now he doesn't anymore. I
Dude,
don't know
he's
what
just
happened.
shy. He's shy.
That's what it is.
Okay, can you explain to me who James the Mormon is?
Yeah, he is a rapper, and well, I don't even know if stuff's rap though. It's not like Notorious B.I.G.
Right.
or any of that stuff, or like Tupac or anything. But he does these raps, and they're just clean lyrics. All the Mormons love him.
So he's a wussy boy.
He's not a wussy boy though. He's strong in his faith.
I'm just trying to see what I'm trying to do is what Chris Brown and what's his face did, Soulja Boy, where they instigated something, and now it's going to be a broadcast boxing special with Floyd Mayweather training, I think, Chris Brown, and what's his face, the guy who got arrested for rape. Can't think. Mike Tyson. Couldn't think of Mike Tyson's name. Mike Tyson. That guy arrested for rape. Like that's how everybody knows him. Anyhow, Mike Tyson is training Soulja Boy, and it started as a Twitter war. So if we can instigate a battle between us and James the Mormon now, Maybe he'll come on our show to confront us because I called him a wussy boy.
Maybe we can fight him.
Dude, let's fight him. We'll fight him on the podcast over the microphone. Dude,
we'd lose.
I'm just salty that he did not like our Instagram page anymore.
We'll have a rap battle. That's what will happen.
Dude, that's so good. Dude, we should do it. Oh, I can write some mean lyrics too.
No, it's got to be improv.
Oh, shoot, dude. Yeah, that's true. You're right. It's got to be freestyle.
Some Eminem stuff.
We got to practice. So we'll have James and Mormon. We're going to have a rap battle. Dude, we should try to do it. That'd be so sick.
That'd be way awesome.
Dude, okay. Next. Okay. This one is one I just came up with. The entire USA Gymnastics team will be on the podcast. That's a promise from me to you.
Are you joking me?
No. We will have them perform live.
How are you going to get them?
I don't know.
They're going to perform live on here?
They're going to perform live, and we're just going to listen to them as they run across the mats.
I like it. I like it a lot. That's our claim to fame.
Okay. I have one more guest that I would love to get on the show. What I want to do is we will perform a seance, and we will communicate with, at least but not limited to, one celebrity who has since passed. Most likely in the year of 2016, since they're the most relevant.
Really?
Well, we've proven in, I think it was episode 3 or 4, that we can communicate with ghosts. That's a proven fact. We've already done it. We could, you know how much easier it would be to get a celebrity on the show who's dead rather than trying to contact a live one, because if you get a live one, you got to go through their agent. There's all sorts of paperwork. If they're dead, it's just like we call on them and then they can just float to wherever we are and talk to us. It's a good idea, right?
Yeah, that's a great idea. We're doing it.
So, Carrie Fisher, get ready. You're making a comeback. Or maybe Alan Rickman. Perhaps.
Yeah, or David Bowie.
David Bowie, yeah. That would be cool to hear a ghost sing. Okay.
I was just about to sing for you, but no.
No, go. I want to hear.
No.
It might. No. I don't know. Maybe we could get him on the podcast today. Maybe if he hears your song.
No, we're good.
Okay. So that's really all my resolutions or goals for the podcast. But Dallas, I'm sure you probably at least have one.
One segment we're gonna start is relationship advice. So we have our Yahoo answer section, but we also are going to do a relationship advice. We look up relationship problems that are happening on Yahoo Answers, and we'll give them straightforward Dr. Laura type advice. And we won't hold back. And then what we're going to do is we're going to post our podcast to their answer board, and they're going to listen to it, and maybe they'll respond back to us.
That is a great idea. So here's a question. When does this segment start?
The next one. The next episode.
Next episode. Okay.
Yep. And it's going to be legit. And so if you guys have relationship advice, send it our way too. We'll take all.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. We do actually have a Yahoo Answer segment today, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to move into a segment, one of our favorites. It's an easy one for us. I want to bring back trend killers at some point. I want to bring back a few of the ones that we haven't done in a while. Of course, story time will eventually come back. I have some people that have some interesting stories that I'd like to have come on and share them. So it's not just Dallas and I. But we are going to transition into our Yahoo Answers segment. And Dallas has the questions today.
Okay. So choose a number between 1 and 5.
3.
All right. So this one, I chose questions that have to do with 2017, things that we should look out for, things that people are worried about in the future, specifically in 2017. And so this question talks about China and India and how they might go to war against each other.
Okay.
And so this is very serious stuff, so do not laugh. But he says, a person earlier asked a question about China and India preparing for war in 2017. I know China has been developing weapons for anti-access of the seas to navigate high-tech navies. I know the Indian army is smaller, but could be backed by the U.S., while China would be backed by Russia, probably. Well, not with Trump anymore, obviously. I just threw that in. On the other hand, the U.S. would be dumb to be on the opposite side as China due to the economic relations. Who wins this conflict if it doesn't go nuclear? Who backs who? Why? Who do you think?
So this is a very, very complicated question. But
Yes.
I think I've got some ideas. So he did bring up a good point. What would the economic conditions of the U.S. be if we were to go to war with India against China? And
Well, first of all, why are we backing up India? Do we have a relationship with India?
I assume we are allies with them.
Okay.
But considering how we have treated wars in the past, I don't know how immediate this conflict would affect us.
Mm-hmm.
I assume probably pretty severely. However, we cannot underestimate the United States' abilities to bring peace to conflicts. Exhibit A. When, I think it was 2015, do you remember when it was John Kerry sent in James Taylor, the singer, to bring peace to, I forget what the conflict was. It was just like this peace concert. And he basically healed the world. He sang a few he played a few chords, sang a few lyrics. Dang, dude. Name me one conflict in the world going on today after that happened. There are none. After Obama was put in office, dude, the world changed. That's what he preached about. Obama's on his way out the door. If Obama could be here for this conflict, he would know what to do. Donald Trump's coming in. I don't think we have a chance. China's already going to hate us no matter what. But hey, at least we'll have Russia on our side.
Amen.
So if you call in James Taylor, you can bet your butt we'll be okay.
We'll be fine. We might not even go to war.
Do you have any suggestions?
Well, I don't know if U.S. would go to war right away between those two countries, just because we do have a financial situation with China and we are in a relationship with India. So I don't know. I think they'd wait a little bit, see what happens, see who's going to win, and then back them up. We're always on the winning side, right?
So we just pick later who's winning, right?
Yeah, that's a smart way to do it.
And then we can just merge the U.S. and Russia together, and we can just create this giant state. And then Putin might be able to, like, seduce the Chinese because he's a dictator. And then we might be able to just form this super axis. And then we bring in James Taylor. Everybody becomes friends. And then it just becomes like Pangea again. Like all the countries, they love each other so much that they all just start floating towards each other. And we just create one big landmass. And then we all die of global warming together.
Wow.
As one giant piece of land.
Wow. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
1 through 4.
Oh, sorry. Let's go with 2.
2. All right. If I was born in 1998, when will I die?
Okay, let's do the math real quick. What? Okay, so it's 1998. He was born. Same year as my sister. Because there's all sorts of research on how living conditions today are so much more superior to those of our grandparents that we could easily live like that the average lifespan could easily go past 100. And if we can go past 100, then by that point, we probably will have created technology strong enough to keep us frozen until they can come up with the technology that will be able to revitalize us and keep us young. So my answer to that is you are probably right there in that little section of people who will live forever.
Wow.
Assuming you do go into cryo sleep at least at like age 75 or 100, I should say.
Mm-hmm. My estimate is that they'll probably die after 1998. Is that a good answer?
That's a pretty solid bet. Here's the thing. You have to keep away from murderers. You also have to keep away from tall buildings and poisoned food.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. I'm done then.
We'll make sure he hears this. We'll add the link.
All right, we got one more.
Okay. This better be a juicy one.
It's a quick one. It's a quick one.
Okay.
Kind of. All right, he says, I'm freaking out January 1st, 2017. Question mark. Okay, after years of worrying myself to a near deathbed, I was almost convinced the world would end on 21st. And this was written like in December of 2013. So it never, I felt relaxed and calm, but then I was reading news and seeing that January 1st, 2017, when followers of the Sword of God Brotherhood say the real apocalypse will strike. They are very bad at grammar right now. I can see that. This sounds really weird. It got me feeling like I want to bury my head again. Also, this Irish saint Malachi said in 1143 there would be 112 more popes before the world ends. We're on number 111. Okay, that made me feel like crap again. Do I need help? I'm 18 and believe and worry about anything. Also, they gave an update right after they said,
okay.
Also, does anyone have a PlayStation Network online? If you do, drop your PSN ID.
Okay, wait a second. What year was this posted?
Because
he might have a point. Wait a sec.
2012.
Dude, wait a sec. I gotta look something up.
Okay.
He said at that point we were on Pope 111, right?
Mm-hmm.
When was Pope Francis inducted or whatever, declared Pope? Oh, dude.
What?
Wait. Okay, wait. What was the date? Give me the date.
How would I find that out?
Is it on the question? Does it just give a year of the post?
4 years ago.
Okay. So we can assume that this was right before Pope Francis was inducted or made Pope, because he was made Pope on the 13th of March 2013. If it's 4 years ago now, then it would have at least been in January that this was posted. So he had I don't know, something must have changed in the alignment of the stars, because we didn't die on January 1st. But whoever the Brotherhood of the Sword, or what was it called?
The Sword of God Brotherhood.
The Sword of God Brotherhood had, well, I guess they didn't actually say anything because nothing happened. Because it said when the 112th Pope would come, then the world would end, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
well, it just said there will be 112 popes before the world ends.
So it doesn't specify that there could be more than 112 popes. Just says before the world will.
Yes. So
Dude.
there could be more than 112 popes.
That's a bunch of crockery. I'm just
Yes.
kidding. I don't know. It could be true. We don't know. There's still that period of what would you call that? Discrepancy. I kind of talked about this in my episode where I recorded when I was talking about the period of Christmas miracles, where maybe it's just a few days off. You can't expect them to be perfectly accurate. So, I mean, it could be tomorrow.
It very well could be. We don't know. Live your life to the fullest. Don't hold back. God loves you.
Dude,
Okay,
don't laugh.
that's all I got.
Those were some heavy hitters.
They were. They reached to the heart.
So now that we've got that out of the way, now we can kind of talk about what specifically we're looking forward to in 2017, assuming we live to see past tomorrow. It always seems like on Yahoo Answers that there is an apocalypse, but we're living and breathing today. So as we look into the foreseeable future, what are some predictions you have, Dallas?
I predict that the 8th edition of Star Wars will come out this year.
Okay,
Or next year.
let's spice. Here we're gonna spice it up.
Oh no. Okay.
Will Carrie Fisher, her scenes that she recorded, all be included in episode 8, or will the majority of them be cut?
They'll be included.
They'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
included.
Oh yeah. There might
Just-
even be some CGI Carrie Fisher in there too. We
Dude,
don't know.
I don't know. That's the question is, would that be in good taste at this point? I would have no problem with it.
I wouldn't either. Maybe even put Barack Obama in there too, and we'll be good.
Dude, you
As
know,
like Mace Windu or something.
that's such a great idea, because, you know, people, by the time 2017 rolls around, there will be so many millennials whose hope in the future is going to be completely diminished because of Donald Trump's presidency. And they're going to need some hope. What inspires hope more than Star Wars? I mean, the first movie is called A New Hope. So putting CG Obama in Star Wars Episode 8, genius play. I'm thinking it's going to happen.
Yep. Can't hold it back. The
My-
future is near.
My predictions for 2017. Speaking of politics, we always seem to talk about politics and Russia and Donald Trump. So there will be a calendar featuring Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin sporting different types of swimsuits for the year of 2018. It will be a calendar that releases in the end of 2017. They will be sporting Speedos, and it will be the hottest item of this Christmas season. Mark it on your calendars. Mark it on your Donald Trump calendars. It's happening.
Wow.
And I'm looking forward to it.
I would buy that.
Do you have any other predictions for the year of 2017?
Well, that was awkward. I bet that you will either be married or engaged by the end of the year.
Heck, yes, I will be.
You will. With an Asian.
With an Asian.
Mm-hmm.
What will her name be?
Ho Chi?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
So it'd be Ho Chi Or.
I think that Nagasaki, my girl back in Logan, who is now with my roommate for the rest of her life, maybe was kind of a precursor to this and was directing me towards this future of marrying an Asian. Especially since it happened right after. Yeah, I'm just putting all the pieces together in my mind. I think you're right. I think I will be. My prediction,
100% will be.
Dallas Kennedy, in the year of 2017, will have the bushiest, manliest, coolest mustache of any kid on campus at BYU Provo.
If that's going to happen, I want it to be like Ron Swanson's mustache. If I can do that.
You can.
You think so? Okay.
Dude, the year 2017 is telling me. It's happening. But on top of that, you will also be engaged by the end of the year.
What's her name?
Let me tap into my sources, into my mind. Her name will be... Oh, you're going to like this. It rhymes with Dallas. Her name will be Alice.
Really? What does she look like?
I'm envisioning... she's a pretty slender girl. She's got kind of long, I wouldn't say curly, but yeah, kind of curly-ish red hair. What's your opinion on redheads? Gotta be honest. No comment. She'll kind of look like Mary Jane in Spider-Man, minus the snaggletooth that what's her face has, Kirsten Dunst.
What's a snaggletooth?
Okay, just watch the old Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
Wait for MJ to smile, or any smile Kirsten Dunst does in movies. That's a snaggletooth.
Okay.
But that's the good thing. She won't have the snaggletooth.
Good.
So that's, if you see a redhead without a snaggletooth on campus, that's your wife. Oh, and if her name's Alice. All right.
Done.
That was a solid, I think those were some solid predictions for 2017.
I think so too.
This is probably one of the weirdest podcasts we've ever had.
Just accept it.
Just real quick, do you have any cool plugs for anything that you'd like to share with people? Maybe something you've produced or made, or something that they can look forward to check out?
I just found out about something called Tinder. Have you ever heard of Tinder?
Tinder? Yes.
How long has it been around?
It's been around since my mission, because that's when I heard about it.
Oh. Okay, well, it's a thing where you swipe left or swipe right for people that you like or don't like. And you don't even have to get to know them. It's purely on how they look. So
it's
that's
probably
something you're interested in?
It's like the most carnal form of identifying who you would like to date.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Alice, if you're out there, I'm not on Tinder, but look him up on Facebook.
Dude, we'll look for her. We'll find her. Plug for something cool. Like I said, you can check out my new episode that I recorded a few weeks ago. It's called Overanalysis if you're interested. I basically talk about movies, video games, really everything in the year of 2016. It's a Christmas episode. It was weird. It started out as a Christmas special, but that's just the way it goes. But there will be a new follow-up episode eventually. Also, look forward to more animations. Look forward to more podcasts. If you guys are interested, you can always subscribe to us on iTunes. You can also go to our website, www.constantcompanionpodcast.com, kind of a mouthful. You can follow us on Facebook. We're also on Twitter. If you're interested in checking out our Instagram, you can also follow us there. I don't know what the username for that is. Do you know, Dallas? Is it just Constant Compodcast?
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. So, like I said, subscribe to us on iTunes if you're interested. You can rate us whatever the heck you want. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will talk to you next week.
See ya.